Good morning students. Welcome back again. Myself Rachna Shukla is here with part 4. Part 4 standard 8 lesson number 1 rational numbers. We are here with part 4. In earlier 3 parts, part 1, part 2 and part 3, we studied about rational numbers. Then in the last part we studied about the addition of rational number with same denominators and the addition of rational number with different denominators. And students, you are doing very well submitting your homework on time. Now in this part, let's see forward what is there for you in the rational number chapter. So today's topic is properties of addition of rational number. We will study the properties of addition of rational number. The first property is closure property. What is the first property? Closure property. What is closure property? See, you have already studied these properties in your 7th standard. That is your first chapter integers. But we will have a revision of these properties in 8th standard also, so you don't forget. These properties are of rational number. So, closure property. When you add any rational number, when you add any two rational numbers, you get an answer. That is also a rational number. I will write it in on the board. When you add two rational numbers, you will get a rational number as your answer. That is A plus B equal to C. See, I repeat once again. When you add two rational numbers, you will get a rational number as your answer. That means A plus B equal to C. I will show you with the help of an example. Example, 5 upon 8 plus 2 upon 8. 5 upon 8 plus 2 upon 8. 5 upon 8 is a rational number. 2 upon 8 is also a rational number. So, your answer will be 7 upon 8. How 7 upon 8? 5 plus 2 is 7 and same denominators. So, you will directly put 8 here. Therefore, 7 upon 8 is your answer, which is also a rational number. I repeat once again. When you add two rational numbers, 5 upon 8 plus 2 upon 8, you will get an answer, that is 7 upon 8, which is also a rational number. This is known as the closure property of addition. It is known closure property of addition. Now I will go on the second property of addition. You can note down this definition, the concept and the example in your notebook, please students. Meanwhile, I will tell you the second property of addition. Note down this in your notebook. Now, the second property of addition is commutative property of addition. Commutative property. In commutative property of addition, when you add two numbers, suppose 5 plus 3, then the order does not matter. I will explain once again. When you add two rational numbers, the order does not matter. Either you add A plus B or you add B plus A. Your result will be same. I will show you by writing it on the board with a suitable example. Commutative property. When you add two rational numbers, the order does not matter. I will show you a plus b equal to b plus a, like this way. If you add a plus b or b plus a, you will get the same result. That is the commutative property of rational number. Example, 5 upon 8 plus 2 upon 8 equal to 2 upon 8 plus 5 upon 8. See, look here students. Your question is 5 upon 8 plus 2 upon 8. So you will get the answer 5 plus 2 upon 8. That is 7 upon 8. Okay? Then here it is b plus a. That is, we have reversed the order, 2 upon 8 plus 5 upon 8. Then also you will get the same answer. That is 2 plus 5 upon 8. 2 plus 5 upon 8 is 7 upon 8. What you got? 7 upon 8 here also, and here also 7 upon 8. So this property is known as commutative property of addition, where the order does not matter. Either you add a plus b or you add b plus a, you will get the same result. This is the commutative property of addition. Please note down these things in your notebook. Now we will see the third property of addition, that is associative property of addition. The third property, associative property. The third property, associative property of addition. If you add two rational numbers or three rational numbers, now we come upon three rational numbers. So if you add three rational numbers, the order or the grouping of the numbers does not matter in this case. Like same in the commutative property, you will get the same result. I repeat once again, in associative property, if we take three numbers for addition, that is three rational numbers for addition, then the grouping or the order does not matter. You will get the same result in both the cases. Let's see what is associative property. If three rational numbers are added, the grouping or order does not matter. See, look here. If three rational numbers are added, the grouping or order does not matter. Means if you add a plus b plus c is same like a plus b plus c. Here we have formed the group. A is alone. A is alone and B and C are together in a bracket. In the same way, in the right hand side, A and B are here together in a bracket and C is alone outside the bracket. So if we add these things, LHS side and we will see RHS side, both the answer we will get the same answer. Let's take an example for proving this. For A, we will take 5 upon 8. Okay? For B, we will take 2 upon 8. And for C, we will take get 1 upon 8. This is your question. This is A, this is B, and this is C. So now let's calculate this. 5 upon 8 is down. First of all, we will solve the bracket. That is 2 plus 1, 3. 3 upon 8. What is that 3 upon 8? Again, we will solve this. 5 plus 3, 8 upon 8. That is 1. 8 upon 8 is 1. Now we will come here. In the A side, we will write 5 upon 8 plus B 2 upon 8. It is in the bracket. Then C, we will write 1 upon 8. So 5 plus 2 is 7 upon 8. 1 upon 8. Now we will solve this. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 upon 8 is equal to 1. 8 upon 8 is 1. So both the side, LHS side and RHS side, we got the same result, 1 and 1. Finally, we have proved that A plus B plus C in the bracket or A plus B in the bracket plus C, we will get the same result. In the associative property of addition for rational numbers, the grouping or the order of the numbers does not matter. Now let's see the fourth property. Okay, note down the things in your notebook. The fourth property is additive identity. What is the fourth property? Additive identity. What do you mean by additive identity? Now, if you add any rational number with 0 or if you add 0 to any rational number, you will get that rational number as your answer. That is known as additive identity, which means 0 is the additive identity for any number. Let's see, let's have a look how it is possible. If you add 0 to any rational number, you will get the number itself as your answer. This is the additive identity. Suppose A plus 0 equal to A. This is one kind of your formula. Now let's have an example. 5 upon 8 plus 0 is equal to 5 upon 8. See, if you add 0 to any rational number, either a rational number is positive or negative, you will get the result as the same as the rational number. That is called additive identity. So 0 is the additive identity. 5 upon 8 plus 0 equal to 5 upon 8. Minus 3 upon 7 plus 0 equal to minus 3 upon 7. Okay students, now let's go on to the fifth property of addition. First of all, note down the things. The fifth property is additive inverse. What is the fifth property of addition, additive inverse? If inverse of that number which results into 0. That means if you take any rational number, either positive or negative, there is always an inverse of that particular rational number which results into 0. So let's have a look what it tells. Example 5 upon 8. The inverse of 5 upon 8 is minus 5 upon 8. This is known as additive inverse. If you add both these things, 5 upon 8 plus minus 5 upon 8, you will get 0. What you will get? 0 as your answer. So let's have a negative number, minus 3 upon 7. The additive inverse of minus 3 upon 7 is plus 3 upon 7. Now let's check it. Minus 3 upon 7 plus 3 upon 7 will result in 0. This is the additive inverse property of rational number. Students, these were the 5 properties of addition of rational number. The first one was closure property. The second one was commutative property. The third one was associative property. The fourth one was additive identity. And the fifth one, the last one, was additive inverse. Now we will study the subtraction of rational numbers with same denominators. Very easy topic. Just we learned how to add the rational numbers with same denominators. We will study subtraction of rational number with same denominators. I will show you with examples. Okay? Our topic is subtraction of rational numbers. Your first example is Your first example is 5 upon 9 minus 3 upon 9. You can see here that we have the same denominators 9 and 9. So you don't need to take the LCM for these numbers. We can directly subtract 5 minus 3 as we did in addition. Here we will do subtraction. Therefore, 5 minus 3 upon 9. What is 5 minus 3? What you will get 5 minus 3? We will get 2 upon 9. This is your answer, students. Let's have another example. Upon 7 minus 2 upon 7. The same thing, the same denominators 7 and 7. So no need of taking LCM. Is equal to 3 minus 2 upon 7. Subtract both the numerators 3 minus 2 and we will have 7 as common thing. That is 1 upon 7 will be your answer. Now we will see sums of subtraction of rational number with different denominators. Let's check one of those sums. See, little bit typical question. Subtract -3/7 from 4/11. Here we are having from 4/11, so this number will be written first. These you have already studied in your lower classes, that if from is written, the number here will be written first. That is 4/11 minus 3/7, like this way. I repeat once again, this number will be written here, then subtract, so minus, and again this whole term minus 3/7. Now the second problem is, you have different denominators. What is here 11 and what is here 7. So LCM of 11 and 7 is 77. LCM of 11 and 7 is 77. The same way we did in addition, we will do here. First of all, minus minus plus. I repeat once again, if you open this bracket, minus minus will be plus. 4/11 plus 3/7. So here it becomes plus. How plus? Minus minus is plus. Now, this sum you have already studied in part 3 session. I repeat once again, 4/11 into 77 plus 3/7 into 77. So now you will do cutting. 11 7s are 7, 11s are 4 7s are 28 upon the LCM 77 plus 3 11s are 33 upon 77. Now you will add these both numbers, is equal to 28 plus 33 upon 77. What will be your answer? 61 upon 77. So you will get 61 upon 77 as your answer. This was the sum of subtraction with different denominators. I repeat once again, minus 3/7 from 4/11. So 4/11 will be written here first. Then for subtraction, subtraction sign, and minus 3/7 will be in the bracket. If you open the bracket, minus minus will become plus, and you have to take the LCM of 11 and 7. LCM of 11 and 7 is 77. Then you have to do the same thing as you were doing in the addition sums, and you will finally get an answer. Okay students, now you have to note down your homework, which you have to submit it in your notebook in the WhatsApp number. Okay, note down your homework. First I am giving you the homework of exercise 1B, that is addition of rational numbers. So don't get confused students. Your homework is exercise 1B of textbook, page number, I am writing the page number also. Page number 70, question number 1, 2 and 3. See, look here, exercise 1B of your textbook, page number 17, question number 1, 2 and 3, very easy questions. These sums are of addition of rational number, not of subtraction. I will give you the homework of subtraction in your next session, but these sums are of addition. Question 1 is addition with same denominators, and question 2 is addition with different denominators, and question 3 is simplify little typical sums, but you can try these question 1, 2 and 3. This is your homework for today, and we will meet with part 5 in our next video. Till then you will submit your homework, you will revise what I have taught you, and stay home, stay safe students, be happy, have a nice day. Thank you.